Hello everyone, I'm extremely sorry my device went off and I was obliged to charge it fully so that I can continue with the recording. And it went off and it was just 5%. I didn't know that this will happen, and I didn't realize that this particular recording wala thing disappeared. This disappeared and I kept speaking. So I'll have to do certain things again. Anyways, so yes, I want to discuss all the papers from 2011. Yeah, 2011 to 2025, which makes it around 15 papers into two papers each year. 30 you can say, yes, 30 papers, and we have just done one section so far, which makes it around in 1 hour, which makes it around kya bol rahi hu main, in 1 hour we have done one section. We have two sections in each paper, which makes 60 hours. Now 60 hours means 2.5 days, around 2.5 days, and it is neither feasible for me to speak so much nor feasible for you to listen so much. So I'll be very fast, I'll be at my best pace. All right, and what I'm saying is, I'm saying on the basis of my own knowledge, what I know of the subject, what is my love for the subject, what is my love for, philosophy of things. I'm trying to understand things, link things on the basis of my own interest. It is your responsibility to add on to the things, and I know कोई देखेगा नहीं, no one will be as such interested in it. I have 26 people on my channel and I do not know who they are, where they come from, but when I make this, I'm making myself happy. I'm solving these PYQs for my personal happiness. Personal happiness. From 5th September onwards, as far as I remember, I've not interacted with people. So when I interact with you while solving these questions, I'm better off. In economics, we study the phenomena of being worst off and better off in Pareto optimality. Very good phenomena it is, Pareto condition. You study about the Pareto condition, you'll be better off when you study about it. So anyways, leave behind it. It goes like this. Alright, a very very good graph comes into being when you study the Pareto optimality. Alright, something like this as far as I am able to recall. So everything has to be Pareto optimal, but certain things are not. इधर एक वेरिएबल है, इधर दूसरी चीज़ है. ये चाहता है कि यहाँ पे जाए ग्राफ, ये चाहता है यहाँ पे जाए ग्राफ. इसको भी अच्छा होना है, इसको भी अच्छा होना है. ऑप्टिमैलिटी कंडीशन यहाँ बीच में लाई करती है, जब ये दोनों इक्वली अच्छे होते हैं. तो इस वीडियो से आई वॉन्ट both of us, you also, me also, to be Pareto optimal. I'm not spoken, but when I'll analyze the questions and I'll speak with myself in this room, in my own solitude, I'll be better off. When you listen to it, you will be better off. So this is how things should work. Both people should be better off, not one person. Alright, and I know no one is going to listen to it. Still I will speak, because I am dedicated to speaking. I am 100% in it. When I am seeing these questions, I am feeling good. I am recalling, and when I am recalling, whatever I know, I am relating, and it is building neural connections within myself. So I will record and I will make the best outcome of the time. See this, distinguishing between people being socially excluded, people being socially excluded and people excluding themselves socially in society. See, such a beautiful question. एक तो है कि people being socially excluded, मतलब सोशली कैसे वो एक्सक्लूडेड फील करते हैं, तो साइकोलॉजी की बात होगी. और पीपल एक्सक्लूडिंग देमसेल्फ सोशली इन सोसाइटीज, खुद सोशली खुद को एक्सक्लूड कर रहे हैं सोसाइटीज में. इसमें डिफरेंस बताओ. तो अपन को क्या देखना है इसमें? सोशल एक्सक्लूजन का फिनोमेना देखना है. और सोशल एक्सक्लूजन का फिनोमेना, जो मेरे 100 मार्क्स आए थे ग्रेड 12 में सोशियोलॉजी में, वो 100 मार्क्स इसलिए आए थे क्योंकि मैंने एनसीईआरटी अच्छे से पढ़ी थी और उसमें सोशल एक्सक्लूजन बेहतरीन तरीके से दे रखा है. उसके बाद मैंने कभी भी अकेडमिकली सोशियोलॉजी को छुआ भी नहीं, बट आई रिमेंबर सोशल एक्सक्लूजन सो वेल. उसमें अनटचेबिलिटी के एक्ट के बारे में दे रखा है. ऑल दीज थिंग्स आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. आर्टिकल 17, ऑल दीज थिंग्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. 17 ना, या 17 एज फार एज आई रिमेंबर, क्योंकि 16 इज इक्वल पे, 17 इज अनटचेबिलिटी, 18 इज अबॉलिशन ऑफ टाइटल्स, 19 इज द फ्रीडम्स. यहाँ पे ख़त्म हो जाते हैं अपने इक्वालिटी वाले आर्टिकल्स. तो ये चीज़ है. सोशल एक्सक्लूजन को अपन को एनालाइज करना है, इसके लिए एनसीईआरटी ज़रूर पढ़िएगा. इट इज़ लाइक अ स्टेट. जब लोग अपने इकोनॉमिक, सोशल, पॉलिटिकल एक्टिविटीज़ में पार्ट नहीं ले पाते, वो उनका पार्टिसिपेशन काफ़ी चीज़ों की वजह से हैम्पर होता है, तो सोशली एक्सक्लूडेड हो जाते हैं. पर वो खुद को सोशली क्यों एक्सक्लूड करते हैं? जो यू कैन से सोसाइटी में इंटरेस्टेड नहीं होंगे वही खुद को सोशली एक्सक्लूड करेंगे. उनके कनेक्शन शायद वो डिफरेंट बनाना चाहेंगे मेन स्ट्रीम सोसाइटी से. किसका एग्जाम्पल याद आ रहा है? ट्राइबल्स का. उन्हें नहीं चाहिए वो एग्जिस्टेंस जो तुम चाहते हो उन्हें उसी सेक्शन ऑफ सोसाइटी में लिंक करना. दे हैव देयर ओन कल्चर, दे वांट टू कंजर्व इट, दे वांट टू लिव इन देयर ओन वेज. ऑलराइट. जब कुछ लोग पावरफुल हो जाते हैं बहुत ज़्यादा, वो खुद को एक्सक्लूड कर लेते हैं सोसाइटी से. वो नहीं जाते लोगों की शादियों में क्योंकि उन्हें वो पता है मास्क लगा के घूमते हैं. क्यों करते हैं वो ऐसा? क्योंकि उन्हें पता है उनका टाइम प्रीशियस है और उन्हें अपना टाइम उन्हीं लोगों को देना चाहिए जो उनके बहुत करीब है. पर ऐसा नहीं है. उन्हें अपना टाइम पूरी तरीके से सोसाइटी को देना चाहिए ताकि वो सोसाइटी को समझे और अपने स्टैचर से सोसाइटी को डेवलप करें. ताकि वो पान मसाला प्रमोट नहीं करें, वो प्रमोट करें जो सोसाइटी को चाहिए. वो एजुकेशन प्रमोट करें, वो वोटिंग की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी को प्रमोट करें, वो हर वो चीज़ प्रमोट करें जो सोसाइटी को इन्फ्लुएंस करती है और जो पावर उन्हें मिली है सोसाइटी को पॉजिटिवली इन्फ्लुएंस करने के लिए. तभी इन्फ्लुएंसर्स का भी बहुत बड़ा रोल होता है सोसाइटी में और उन्हें उस रोल को रिस्पेक्ट करना चाहिए. ऑलराइट. सो पॉपुलैरिटी की वजह से ग्रेटर पोजीशन तो आती है पर लोग खुद को क्या एक्सक्लूड करने लगते हैं, जो कि गलत है. लोगों को रिलेट करना चाहिए सोसाइटी से ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा. एआई का यूज़ बढ़ रहा है, काफ़ी ज़्यादा डीप फेक्स बढ़ रहे हैं सोसाइटी में जो सोसाइटी के लिए ख़तरनाक है. इस टाइम पे इन्फ्लुएंसर्स को इस चीज़ पे एलैबोरेट करना चाहिए कि चाहे कितनी भी ज़्यादा टेक्नोलॉजी बढ़ जाए, मोरालिटी कम नहीं होनी चाहिए, उसके साथ साथ उससे ज़्यादा ही बढ़नी चाहिए. दिस शुड बी द केस. ऑलराइट. सो हियर यू कैन टेक अदर एग्जाम्पल्स ऑल्सो. ड्रग एडिक्ट्स एक्सक्लूड देमसेल्व्स फ्रॉम सोसाइटी. उन्हें नहीं चाहिए समाज शास्त्र, समाज विज्ञान, उन्हें अलग रहना है. The people being socially excluded, कोई you can say these पंचमास, ढोल बजा के आओ गाँव में घुस रहे हो तो शूद्रास, socially excluded. All right. मेरे ख्याल से काफ़ी है इस क्वेश्चन के लिए इतना. What am I doing? हाँ, ये देखो. Define social movement. Elucidate the role of reformist movements in social change. In this case, define social movement यार. Like in this case you will write what you know about social movement. Many social movements you can write about. You also know what is happening these days. Ladakh protests, you know, it happened recently that one of the leave it, we'll talk about it later. But the government and the people of Ladakh should collaborate and come towards a better solution. It should not be the case that the people are excluded, the life of tribals is excluded. Neither should it be the case that only development is being projected into picture and people do not get their adequate chances of participation. मतलब मेरा कहने का मतलब है कि जो लद्दाख के लोगों की डिमांड है उसे सुना जाना चाहिए. जो गवर्नमेंट के स्टेप्स हैं उन्हें भी ऑर्डरली लद्दाख के लोगों को समझना चाहिए और एक म्यूचुअल सोल्यूशन पे आना चाहिए जो कि एक हायर और एक इंटेलेक्चुअल सोल्यूशन होगा जो दोनों को साथ में लेकर चलेगा. तो सोशल मूवमेंट्स क्या है? सोशल मूवमेंट्स हैं पीपल रियलाइजिंग दैट दे आर विजिलेंट एंड दे शुड बी एबल टू इन्फ्लुएंस व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इन द सोसाइटी. तो क्या सोशल मूवमेंट्स इकोनॉमिक्स से लिंक्ड है? बिल्कुल लिंक्ड है. पॉलिटिक्स से लिंक्ड है, सब चीज़ों से लिंक्ड है. सोशल मूवमेंट्स एक इंडिविजुअल की साइकोलॉजी से भी लिंक्ड है. लास्ट सोशल मूवमेंट क्या देखा था अपन ने? फार्मर्स प्रोटेस्ट्स. उसके बाद वन नेशन वन इलेक्शन प्रोटेस्ट्स. नहीं, प्रोटेस्ट तो नहीं हुई थी बट इट वाज आल्सो समथिंग. नाउ दिस इज आल्सो अ वेरी गुड प्रोग्रेसिव स्टेप बट देन एवरीथिंग हैज़ टू बी रियलाइज्ड कि डेमोक्रेसी शुड ऑलवेज बी अपहोल्डेड. फार्मर्स प्रोटेस्ट में भी एवरीथिंग शुड बी रियलाइज्ड. सी, फार्मर्स का पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू भी गलत नहीं है, गवर्नमेंट भी जो कर रही है वो गलत नहीं है. एमएसपी एक मुद्दा है पर एवरीथिंग हैज़ टू बी कंसिडर्ड in a very thoughtful manner. We waste our thoughts raising the wrong issues, not raising the wrong issues but speaking about the wrong issues, speaking it in partisan manner. Sociology tells you कि अपन को partisan नहीं होना है, अपन को हमेशा bipartisan रहना है. अपन को हमेशा समझना है कि दूसरी पार्टी क्या कह रही है और पहली पार्टी क्या कह रही है और म्यूचुअल सोल्यूशन पे आना है. तो सोशियोलॉजी इज अ सब्जेक्ट विच टीचेस यू हाउ टू सॉल्व थिंग्स. तभी तो सोशल मूवमेंट के बारे में पूछा, अदरवाइज हु द हेल आस्क्स अबाउट डिफाइनिंग द सोशल मूवमेंट. इट इज अ वेरी सिंपल थिंग. यू आस्क अ 9-year-old, he will also tell you what a social movement is. Changes in social orders are happening and people are raising their voices against it. It is a social movement. But then there are many aspects of a social movement, right? Some traditions and practices make society weak, make society dysfunctional. Social movements try to bridge the role into making society more functional and more progressive. Now elucidate the role of reformist movements in social change. This is also very important. What were the reformist movements? The Brahmo Samaj by Raja Ram Mohan Roy, the Arya Samaj by Dayanand Saraswati, the Aligarh movement by Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. Recently, this college, Aligarh University, was also into news. Alright, these all were reformist movements. Prarthana Samaj, Mahatma Gandhi using the wheel for Swadeshi, है ना, the wheel for Swadeshi. LPG reforms, LPG, reformist movements. Yes, it has changed the society, it has changed the economy, it has changed the way of living. Modernity has come into India. मेरा जूता है जापानी, मेरा पतलून हिंदुस्तानी, सर पे लाल टोपी रूसी, फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी. All these, they change society. So they are reformist movements. So social change के लिए they are very necessary, and their role is diverse. Their role is, you can say, multi-pronged. Their role is very diverse. Let us conclude this one and let us move towards the question number C. Science has empirical means to logical end, and religion has non-empirical means to logical ends. Science has empirical means to logical ends. Religion non-empirical means, मतलब non-scientific means to logical ends. मतलब religion भी logic की बात कर रहा है, साइंस भी लॉजिक की बात कर रही है, पर साइंस एम्पेरिकल मीन्स के जरिए लॉजिक की बात कर रही है. ग्रेविटेशन को साइंस एक इक्वेशन के थ्रू समझा रही है, राइट? रिलीजन कैसे समझा रहा है ग्रेविटेशन को? हाउ डज रिलीजन स्पीक अबाउट ग्रेविटेशन? डज इट स्पीक अबाउट एस्ट्रोनॉमी? Yes, it does. So, does it speak about the role of various gods in the planet? Yes, it does. How does Christianity hold things? Christianity says that there is a cohesive force, the universe, and you can say Christ upholds the universe and everything. Christianity has its own theological interpretations about natural laws. Hinduism, as we have discussed, has its own laws of gods. You know, Vedic era के बाद क्या आया था? पुराने era. क्या है पुराने era का मतलब? गॉड्स के रोल को इलेबोरेट करना. हर चीज़ के लिए देयर इज अ गॉड. ऋग्वेदा में it is mentioned. Many things have been mentioned in Rigveda. When you talk about the 4 Veds, Rigveda mentions a lot of things which are related to science in a direct manner. What does Islam say? Islam says that divine is the divine. Islam says that God, Allah, or you can say Muhammad Allah, is the invincible force. It holds all the celestial bodies into their place. He should be respected. So every religion is important, is scientific, is scientifically aligned. Alright, other religions also you study the Torans. You will see it talks about science. Judaism talks about what? Science. You study these Pitaks and all of them. They talk about science. Agams and Pitaks. Alright. So yes, religion, but non-empirical means है. Empirical नहीं है. Religion does not say about you can say scientific theories and formulation. Heliocentric model नहीं mentioned है religion में. Heliocentric model को तो बोलने के लिए भी religion ने सजा दे दी थी जब उसे वेस्टर्न सोसाइटी में प्रपोज किया गया. Because according to religion, earth is in between and all the planets revolve around the earth. Alright. So religion cannot explain everything, but religion, whatever says, has an explanation to everything. Alright, a beautiful thing I've said. Religion cannot explain everything, but whatever religion says is an explanation to what you see around you, what happens around you. Alright, so all this religion cannot tell you. See, you talk about science, not everything you can relate to religion, but whatever religion says is very scientific. Everything which is mentioned in religion cannot be explained. Mass upon distance, religion does not say mass upon distance. Force is equals to mass into acceleration, religion does not tell you about this. Light scattering, religion does not tell you about this. But religion, through its architecture, tells you that there is logic and it is meaningful. Religion, through the temple bells, tells you that there is logic. There are health benefits when you go to the dargahs and temples and the churches, because you feel calm. So your body from within, your chakras become calm, and they started doing the right work which they are supposed to do. They are able to maintain balance in your body. Alright, so this is what the essence of this question is. Religion has supernatural beliefs here, but science has naturally accepted beliefs. It questions nature and then the naturally accepted beliefs happen. So this is what is happening, and you now mentioned the sociologist, one of the famous one is Malinowski, who talked about this. Religion is very important, it promotes social cohesion. Religion is very important to sustain order. Order के बाद किसने की Durkheim. Religion is very important to sustain order. You talk about the current aspects of religion also. You talk about birth also. What science says about birth, what religion says about birth. What practices happen after birth in religion, and how these practices are scientific also. So religion is science, yes. Science is religion. You can say science roots itself in religion, but science sometimes also goes against religion, but science is something which can be understood better via religion. I'm not saying religion is good, science is not good. Both of them are crucial, quintessential for the society, but both of them are different. That is why it has been mentioned that science has empirical means to logical ends. Religion has non-empirical means to logical ends. Comment. See, such a open-ended beautiful question. इससे सुंदर question हो सकता है? You imagine you study so much, but such a question, you will fall in love with these questions. All the questions, and I'll discuss philosophy also. You'll fall in love with the questions. You'll fall in love with the economics optional questions. They're so beautiful. I solved all of them. Examine the social, and there are questions in Indian Economic Service also. You solve that paper, you'll fall in love with the paper, the GS papers and the optional wala papers, except the econometrics paper. You solve all the papers of economics. So beautiful questions they have asked. Examine social dimensions of displacement induced by development. Social dimensions of displacement induced by development happens, so people get displaced. Narmada Bachao Andolan, in the Sardar Sarovar Dam, I went to Gujarat, the Sardar Sarovar Dam. It was not functional at that point of time. I tried to analyze the ground reality, the situation. It also happens that sometimes people question the government's moves by illegitimate means. Of course, people have their right to question, and that is quintessential. People should question. But development leads to displacement also. So people have to question. But is it that development should suffer because of displacement? No. Is it that displacement should happen because of development? No. So what is necessary? Again, a middle egalitarian equal path is necessary. Mostly in tribal dominated areas like Jharkhand, minerals like uranium are found. Mining happens. People get displaced. People suffer. Is this right? No. Government should regulate. Yes. Government will regulate. Yes. Alright. When responsible civil servants are chosen who understand the needs of the people, when responsible people come into play, things happen rightly. And I'm not saying that people who are there are not responsible. Largely I'm saying that people should understand each other. We humans are born to love each other and to understand the demands of each other. And this subject explains this very simply and very beautifully. That collaboration and cooperation is essential for development, for social order, for social harmony, for social acceptance. Imagine a society in which Karl Marx was born and bourgeois used to treat these proletariats as their children. Bourgeois used to do everything for the proletariats. Proletariats used to love bourgeois as their own family members. There used to be love in the society. There used to be understanding in the society. Production process and industrial development was a very cooperative process. Such a situation wouldn't have come where societies would have suffered, where societies would not have suffered because of communal violence, communism. Alright, so हर चीज़ का, जैसे कि गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ऑल्सो सेज project, you can say Sambhavna, project Sadbhavna, which was of Indian Army in Jammu and Kashmir, and एक और था, I'm forgetting the name. So see, there are many social dimensions also in this case. People are displaced to other areas, so what will happen? Here people are already there, here people were there, but here now development is there. You have watched that movie? एक movie थी वरुण धवन की, very good movie, भेड़िया development project was taking place in the hills of Assam or Arunachal Pradesh, somewhere in the northeast. And what happened? The tigress of the particular area stopped the development project from happening by, it was a love story after all, but still she tried to stop the development process from happening because she knew कि लोग यहाँ से जाएंगे तो urban slums बनेंगे, उनकी लाइफस्टाइल डिटेरियोरेट होगी, उनका नेचर के साथ जो कनेक्ट है वो डिस्टर्ब होगा. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि यहाँ पे डेवलपमेंट नहीं हो, डेवलपमेंट हो पर लोगों को अच्छे से रीसेटल करा जाए. डेवलपमेंट भी बहुत ज़रूरी है. ऑल राइट, displacement and relocation of the people is the issue. That is why it is asked. It can lead to homelessness, it can lead to food insecurity, it can lead to loss of their property. This again, there was a new movie of I think Akshay Kumar wherein there was a court case. कोर्ट में एक औरत आ गई जिसने बोला कि I am displaced out of my village. Then Akshay Kumar was a lawyer. He told the court that it is not good to displace people of their own lands. Even if they are unprivileged, everyone should be respected, but development should not be compromised. Everything should happen in an orderly manner. Alright, and analyze the gender bias in present society with examples. What is the gender bias in the present societies? Gender bias always begins when you are a child. When you are a child, you are given blue color car if you are a boy and pink color car if you are a girl. If you are not given a pink color car, you are given Ghar Ghar. I also used to play Ghar Ghar when I was a child. Then I started playing Teacher Teacher. Then I started playing Chor Police. Alright, gender bias. Alright, I also used to play Kitchen. Why was Kitchen a game? And why? There were all the games. See, I'm trying to say. सभी खेला है हमने. I've played with cars. I've played with, you can say, all the. I used to play a lot with puzzles when I was a child. I used to solve the mirror cube. A mirror cube, mind you, is just like a Rubik's cube, which is difficult to solve. And a mirror cube and a 5x5 cube. I used to solve all of them when I was a child very easily. So I was very interested in those things. One of my friends' brother told me how to solve a mirror cube and 5x5 cube. So, but what is happening in our society? Still, you see, girls are encouraged to dance, boys are encouraged to use guns like those charre wala gun you must have used. Alright, very bad. Why not girls use guns? Why not boys dance, boys dress up, boys do also play kitchen? This is happening in society. This is perpetuating the gender bias. Alright, then this happens at workplace. Then Article 16 has to come into picture. No, Article 16 has to come in picture, yes, to stop the gender bias. Then women complain. Recently I read a news. Blinkit, one of the... Leave it. Alright, so everything happens in the society is a result of parenting, is a result of societal thought. Alright, it is present in society. Yes, it is present in society. You can quote data also. Women go to engineering colleges very less. Women do JEE very less. Alright, even I experienced this. When you sit in a classroom, which is a science wala section, PCB, I took that subject, PCMB plus ICT. You sit in that classroom, you will find that the girls are very less, the boys are very much. If you are in a co-ed school, then you sit in a commerce classroom or humanities classroom, you will find that there is equality, equal number of boys, equal number of girls. In fact, there was one of the sections in in my school where in commerce section all the girls are there, only few boys are there, 4 to 5 boys, and the remaining 28 girls. Such a beautiful classroom. But why is it not a PCMB classroom or the classroom I used to sit in? है ना? Because there's gender bias. Because it is always preferred that a receptionist has to be a female. It is always preferred that a person who is, you can say, a petrol pump, petrol filler has to be a male. This has to be questioned and this is being changed. Alright, there should be no gender bias. People should be divided according to their abilities. Feminization, you can talk about feminization of workforce. I'm unable to recall, but I read about Neera, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, there was a sociologist. There was a social thinker. She wrote a book on feminization. Very important. I don't know why I'm unable to recall things these days. And I recall certain things at strange times wherein I should not recall them. Wherein I'm meant to enjoy the present moment, I recall those things which are not to be recalled. And when I should recall things, I do not recall them, and I keep thinking, I keep finding. Probably lack of focus is the problem, but I'll try to improve. How do Karl Marx and Max Weber differ in terms of their analysis of social stratification? Do you think they differ? I think they view society from a different point of view. Marx views society as being very unjust to some people. Max Weber says no, it is just. No, you have to understand. Max Weber, says what? He says Verhensten, if I'm not wrong. Verhenstein, something like this. Verstehen, Verstehen. मैक्स वेबर इसके नाम से ही पता चल रहा है वैसे तो. ही इज़ अ जर्मन थिंकर. ही इज़ ऑल्सो जर्मन थिंकर. कार्ल मार्क्स. मैक्स वेबर सेज वर्स्टेहन. Verstehen means what? Understanding. An empathetic way to understand. In sociology, it is a deep and empathetic way. Empathetic. Alright? Not. Yes. Empathetic way to understand, which is very meaningful. So he uses interpretative thought. He interprets things. On the other hand, he's not positivist. See, positivists do what? They try to study things using natural sciences and statistical methods. But he is not using statistical method. He is using what? Interpretative method. Interpretative is when you try to interpret things in an orderly manner, in an orderly fashion. I'm again and again trying to say, can you give me an example? Of course, I'll give you an example. So, इंटरप्रेट कैसे करोगे चीज़ों को? फैमिली है, इंटरप्रेट करो ना. क्या फंक्शन है उसका? क्या फंक्शन है? पेरेंटिंग फंक्शन है. और क्या फंक्शन है? इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी फंक्शन है. और क्या फंक्शन है फैमिली का? क्यों होनी चाहिए फैमिली? सोशल ऑर्डर मेंटेन करने के लिए होनी चाहिए फैमिली. और क्यों होनी चाहिए फैमिली? ताकि ट्रेडिशंस को अपहोल्ड कर सके. अकेले थोड़ी ना नवरात्रे मनाओगे. फैमिली ज़रूरी है. बिना फैमिली के तो आपको मन ही नहीं करेगा घर से बाहर निकलने का, हॉस्टल से बाहर निकलने का. आई रिमेंबर आई वॉज इन दिल्ली फॉर अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम. फेस्टिवल्स हैपेंड for a lot of time. I was there for like 2 to 3 months. Alright, festivals happened. I didn't used to step out of my house or my table. I just used to sit there, and I used to, at the night when the festival was over, I used to put NDTV live Janmashtami, and I used to watch 5-6 minutes. Okay, what is happening, and then I'm done. But when you are with your family, you visit places, you celebrate, you uphold the traditions. So what am I doing when I'm telling you all this about the family? I'm using interpretative method of sociology. All right. Marx says what? That sociology is a divided thing. All right. Social stratification is division between haves and have-nots, between proletariats and workers, between bourgeois and the between proletariats and bourgeois, between workers and capitalists, all of them. All right. Between peasants and the landowner, master, between master and slaves. So Karl Marx recognized that there are classes in society जी. मैक्स वेबर ने क्या कहा कि सोशल मोबिलाइजेशन हो रहा है, ठीक है, चीज़ एक्सपैंड कर रही है, होगा, क्लासेस तो एग्जिस्ट करेंगे और करनी भी चाहिए. सो मल्टी डायमेंशनल व्यू था मैक्स वेबर का, पर कार्ल मार्क्स का व्यू कैसा था? एक सिंगल व्यू था, सिंगलटन व्यू, कि भाई स्ट्रैटिफिकेशन तो गलत है और जो हो रहा है, वर्कर्स ऑफ द वर्ल्ड यूनाइट, यू हैव नथिंग टू लूज बट योर चेन्स. और मैक्स वेबर मार्क्स को भी क्रिटिसाइज करता है. मैक्स वेबर पता है क्या कहता है? मार्क्स की थिंकिंग बहुत पुरानी है और ऐसा होना नहीं चाहिए जो मार्क्स सोच रहा है, जो कार्ल मार्क्स सोच रहा है. और ये स्टेटमेंट दे रखा है, उस किताबों का नाम आई टेल यू लेटर, बट ऑल दिस इज गिवन कि कैसे क्रिटिक करता है मैक्स वेबर मार्क्स का, और कैसे मार्क्स अपनी थ्योरीज को अपना एकदम, उसकी थ्योरीज उसका हिस्सा है, वो उन्हें ज़रा सा भी चेंज नहीं करता है. ऑब्जर्वेशंस के बेसिस पे भी चेंज नहीं करता है. ही ऑब्जर्व्स व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इन सोसाइटी, स्टिल ही डज नॉट चेंज हिज थॉट प्रोसेस. He says that whatever is happening is bad, and this whatever he has said, he's very stuck on it. He doesn't interpret things, but Max Weber does what? He interprets. He tries to understand the ideas. That is why Max Weber is also a very highly influential thinker. Why does Karl Marx become influential? He became influential because he attacked capitalism. How did Max Weber become influential? Because of his views, because of his theories. All right. So both are indeed good thinkers in their particular approaches, and sometimes you can say that they also think in a bit of divergence. There is a divergence of thought between the two, but still their theories are connected to society, so their theories are also complementary to each other to a lot of extent. I think I should have water. Examine the social impact of globalization on labor and society. Globalization is what? When things move from one place to another, when material, labor, technology moves from one place to another, that is globalization. So it is an interconnected process which connects regions, nations, communities, and isolated locations also. It connects people to each other, it connects thoughts, it connects yoga to USA, which is not a society which has ever practiced yogic traditions. It connects the gym tradition of USA to India, which is not a society which believes in the gym tradition, which is a society which believes in the power of breath, in the power of exercise. Even when you go to gym, you see, you try to follow a particular rhythm of breath. That rhythm of breathing should not be broken when you are doing gymming. If you break that rhythm of breathing, and many people, because of listening to high music in gyms, break that rhythm of breathing, then their bodies do not develop in a manner they should develop. They do not get the rewards of gymming. Similarly, in the US, now when both of these traditions are linked, both of them are aware, both of them are becoming mutually, you can say there's no difference. You go to Jaipur, you go to a place in, you can say, Kenya I have observed closely. You go to a place in South America, you go to Uruguay, you go to Bolivia, you go to a place in European country like Spain, you will not see much of the difference. You will find McDonald's everywhere. You will find good brands, not good but yes, very prominent brands everywhere. Alright, streets will look similar. But if you would have gone there before the process of globalization, when you would have seen 1980s India, it would have been very different. from the India we live in today. The world which is unopen to globalization is very different. That is why when Vasco da Gama came, when colonization took place, India was a different sort of country. India was a golden bird, a sone ki chidiya which was plundered. Europe looked very different, India looked very different. So people did not exchange their views, but globalization is a social impact is what? It diminishes the differences. Everything becomes what? Connected. Even in poor nations you will find good brands. Alright? Even in rich nations you will find people loving tea, which has come from Oriental or Asian society. People loving grand weddings. Even in rich countries, where their weddings used to take place in churches. People loving the thought views. People calling themselves global citizens. Recently, Apple Store opened in Mumbai. What is it? It is a major example of globalization taking place and affecting the cities. Give me a second.